Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. We are jumping into episode number 3 of our NBA positions tier ranking. It's going to be a good one. The small forward position is loaded in the NBA, so we're going to have a lot of fun. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, drop a comment with what you think is right, what you think is wrong, and most importantly, let's have some fun, guys. Here we go. Jumping right in with the Dallas Mavericks, we have the one and only Dorian Finney-Smith. Really interesting one here. I think Dorian, again, I always talk about recency bias on this channel, but I really do feel like with the Mavs run, he played a really pivotal piece in this. But I'm going to kind of shoot low here, build on it a little bit, and like you guys know, at the end of the video, we'll kind of rearrange things, see where we're actually at. But I'm going to start with Dorian at a C tier when it comes to our small forwards. This one's interesting because Josh Hart is really good. He's going to have a really interesting season at the Trailblazers next year. Hopefully with a healthy Dame, a fun team, getting really good in this position. I think that Josh Hart is going to be a C tier small forward as well. Mikhail Bridges is interesting. I do believe that Mikhail is a kind of like a tier above these two dudes right here. So Mikhail with his defense and what he brings to the Suns and all of the things that are going on with Phoenix, I think he's a B tier small forward at this position. Michael Porter Jr. is an interesting one because we haven't really seen a healthy MPJ in some time now. But coming into next season with the Rockets, man, I'm really hoping that we do get to see a healthy MPJ. But again, we're not tier listing off of potential. We're going off of where they're at right now. And I do think when we see MPJ play at the moment, I do think that he provides B tier quality small forward play. We can talk about that more. I might move him around in the end here, but RJ Barrett, we're going to jump into. RJ Barrett has a potential small forward. I don't know if I can slot him up there right now. Not having any of these A tier guys placed yet is really hard to make RJ kind of like our breaking into the A tier. So at the moment, I'm putting RJ at the B tier. And then Matisse Diable is a really interesting one. We all know what Matisse brings on the defensive side of the court. I think in the context of the 76ers, he's super valuable. I really do think he could jump on any team and make a pretty big defensive difference, but I do believe that he's on the same tier here as Dorian Finney-Smith, as Josh Hart. So I'm putting Matisse C tier at the moment. Denny Advia is really interesting with the Wizards. Denny might be again, we know what he brings to the defensive side of the field, on the field. That's hilarious. Denny and pads would be enjoyable to watch. Shout out Denny. But I think I'm going to put Denny at the D tier here. Isaac Okoro, we're kind of jumping through these, but Isaac Okoro is interesting. He's going to have a fun season. I think he's going to start at the 3 with his new Donovan Mitchell addition to the Cavaliers. So I think I'm going to put Isaac Okoro at the C tier. He's a little bit more of defensive potential than I think that Darius Garland and Donovan Mitchell have at the moment. So I think he's valuable. I don't know if I want to bring him up into the B tier at that small forward position. So I'm going Isaac Okoro C tier. Saddiq Bey, I'm also be going C tier. Man, this is a tough one. Jaden McDaniels is really interesting. I do believe he's going to be good. I don't know if he's given the production yet this far in his career as the level of the C tier. I know that's really difficult to think about. But then back is like Jayson Tatum, Jaden McDaniels. Are they the same? Are they a little bit different? I do think that Jayson Tatum has provided a little bit more than Jaden McDaniels at this point in their career. So don't get mad at me. T-Wolves fans, I'm going this at the moment, D tier, C tier. It's funny how we're starting lower on this list, but we're getting into kind of these better guys at the moment. Herb Jones is interesting. Herb Jones, I think, was in our shooting guard list last episode, which is really interesting. Again, I'm not making these tier list graphics. I'm literally just clicking on the first one that we see for the 2023 roster, and this is the first time I've seen it. So Herb Jones being here is super interesting. I don't think he might be the starting small forward. I don't know if he would be the starting shoot guard over there. But Herb Jones, I'm going C tier. I think that's where I had him last episode. But Jimmy Butler, I have to go A tier. A tier, Jimmy Butler. A tier, DeMar DeRozan. Last season with the Chicago Bulls was phenomenal. Paul George and Kawhi Leonard are tough because they're both on a Clippers team that we haven't really seen be cohesive or healthy yet. And I know that all of us are really hoping to see both of them in full action, a full season. Obviously, Kawhi is probably going to enter into some like load management throughout the season, but do we tier them differently? Because when Kawhi is healthy and he is hooping, I think I have to go S tier on Kawhi Leonard. And I want so badly to put Paul George S tier, but I think to be appropriate, I have to go Paul George A tier at the moment. And I might move some things around, but at the moment, this is where I got. Bogdanovich is interesting. I think Bogdanovich is a hooper, man. I'm gonna go B tier for Bogdanovich. I don't have anything else to say. Again, this is personal opinion. I think he makes the team better when he had a better team around him. But Chris Middleton is A tier with the Bucks. He is the best number 2 that you could have on a team imaginable. BI, based off of what we see here, I don't know if I can put BI A tier. So I think I'm going B tier for Brandon Ingram. Listen, man, LeBron James, S tier. I would make a whole new tier that says the GOAT because in my opinion, LeBron James is the GOAT. We can debate that all day if you'd like to. Not really, man. It's just my opinion. But the GOAT, LeBron James, S tier for sure in the small forwards. These next two are super interesting because, again, we're like talking about value, how much they make their team better. Jayson Tatum is amazing. I have to go A tier for Tatum and S tier for KD. I don't think Tatum is there yet. The potential is absolutely there. Coming off of a finals run, I totally can see it. Gordon Hayward, once upon a time, was B tier, teetering A tier. The Gordon Hayward disrespect might be real right now, but C tier for Gordon Hayward? I don't know. We can come back to that. But Andrew Wiggins, I'm going B tier coming off that Warriors season. A really good start, an all-star starter, which was very controversial, and then becoming a little bit downhill in the second part of the last season, but then just skyrocketing in a huge portion of the NBA Finals championship for the Warriors. I got Wiggins at B tier. Dylan Brooks is really interesting. I got Brooks at C tier. Oh my God. No. Is Brooks the same tier as these B tier guys? I have to put Brooks at a C tier. And then I have to put Lou Dort as a C tier as well because they both provide equal production to their teams. I feel like somebody might get mad at that comment, but they're both inconsistent offensively. Brooks, you really never know what he's going to bring on the defensive side of the court. I know Dort is a defensive machine. I'm going to keep both of them at C tier right now. I'm going to get Doug McDermott out of the way real quick. Just D tier. Shout out to my Spurs, man. This is going to be a long season. Pray for us over here in San Antonio. Harrison Barnes is a hooper. Harrison Barnes does not get enough respect, I don't think. But I think I'm going to put Harrison Barnes on the C tier. I'm going OG on B tier. He is a hooper for the Raptors. And that leaves us with Deandre Hunter, which is super interesting. But based off this list and where he's at currently in his career, I think I have to put Deandre Hunter at the C tier. And we will be right back with the final list, see if I want to make any edit. Okay, man, I only changed one thing, which might get some hate, but I moved Jayson Tatum down to the D tier with Jaden McDaniels, the kind of guys that I was going back and forth with them on. But This is my tier list for small forwards. I do think it's pretty straightforward. There might be some A to B or C to B things that you might change. Please let me know what those are in the comments. But I think the S tier is pretty solidified with these guys. The A tier is here. I think some of these dudes can jump into that S tier frequently. But for the moment, this is my small forwards. Let me know in the comments what you would change, what you would debate. But yeah, man, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so much. Be on the lookout for the power forwards.